Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Judge Ruppe. You are here today for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you're considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the State Attorney's Office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you are arrested on a new charge or a warrant. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. I will also determine today whether you'd like to hire a private attorney, whether you'd like the Public Defender's Office, or whether you'd like to represent yourself. You are entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your counsel know where you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to get that phone call, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Okay, go ahead and put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward. Jessica Anderson. Ms. Anderson, can I have your date of birth?
8/28/90.
Okay, you are here today for a possession of hashish, possession of a drug without a prescription, and possession of drug paraphernalia, one count of each of those. Your total bond right now is $3,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want me to, well, you have regional counsel on your other case, right?
No, I don't have his phone number.
Okay, but you are appointed regional counsel?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to make sure that they're appointed on this case as well?
Sure.
Okay, I'll make sure that you have regional counsel on this case. You have that pending case, is that in front of Judge Merritt?
Yes.
Okay, and you have a court date on that on January 25th, correct?
Yes.
All right. What we're going to do here is I'm going to set your bonds at $4,000, $1,000, and $1,000 on these new charges. I'm going to recommit you on 2018 CF 1720 because there's probable cause to believe that you committed another crime while you were out on bond on that charge. So on that case number, you'll be held at that bond, and we'll see you back to court on both of your cases on January 25th at 9 a.m., okay?
Yeah.
Right. Amanda Molden. Can I have your date of birth?
11/7/19.
All right, you are here today for possession of marijuana and possession of drug paraphernalia. The bond amount is $1,000 each. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want me to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
No.
Okay, do you want to represent yourself or are you going to hire somebody?
No, I'm going to represent myself.
Okay, state, does she have a prior record?
Your Honor, I'm not showing any Florida convictions, but I do see a New York 2018 petty theft with no disposition.
All right. I have an address for you in Yonkers, New York. Is that where you're living?
Yeah.
How long have you lived there?
2 years.
All right. What are you doing down here in Hernando? Do you have family here or what?
Yeah, family.
All right. Who do you know that lives here?
My aunt.
And where does she live?
Bayside Court.
Is that who you're visiting or?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been visiting here in Hernando County?
Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks? All right.
Yeah.
Is she the only person you know here?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a job in New York?
No, not right now.
All right. All right, I'm going to set the bond at $1,500 each, okay? And we're going to see you back to court February 1st at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Kimberly Walicki. Can I have your date of birth?
1/27/82.
You are here today for a violation of probation and driving on a suspended driver's license. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes.
Okay. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. I will note that for the driving on suspended driver's license, I only find probable cause for the misdemeanor. They charged you with a felony, but I only see probable cause for a misdemeanor driving unsuspended. So you might get another court date. I'm going to give you a court date on that. It's February 1st. Oh, that's a misdemeanor court date. They checked off felony. Yeah. Okay. All right, for the violation of probation, there's no bond on that, so we're going to keep that no bond, and we're going to see you back to court on February 1st on both of these cases right now, okay?
All right, thank you.
Kimberly Thompson? Date of birth?
1380.
All right, you're here today for possession of methamphetamine. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State that you have a prior record.
Yes, Your Honor, a battery disposition guilty in 2018 out of Hernando County, providing false name to law enforcement, 2014 adjudication of guilt out of Hernando, adjudication withheld in 2010 for multiple worthless check charges out of Hernando County, a battery, 2010 disposition guilty out of Hernando County, as well as having an open case 18 CT 3992.
I don't have that. 18 what?
18 CT 3992.
What is that, you know?
It's supposed to be on your docket. I don't know
So
the
is it driving on
specific.
suspended driver's license?
That's what I'm assuming, Your Honor, but I can check it on my screen in just a second.
Driving law license suspended or revoked.
Okay, when was she charged with that?
12-4.
Or is that a bond out case or notice to appear?
We have it on the label for 1-4.
Okay. All right, Ms. Thompson, I have an address for you on Elida Road in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Since I was 12?
Do you have a job?
No.
All right, we're going to keep the bond on the possession of methamphetamine at $5,000. With regard to your open case, 2018 CT 3992, there's probable cause to believe that you committed another crime while you're out on bond on that case. So I'm going to recommit you on that case, and you'll be held without bond until you appear back in front of me in court, okay? For this new case, you're set for February 1st at 8:30 in the morning. Thank you.
Okay.
Pablo Banana? Can I have your date of birth?
August 7, 1997.
You're here today for possession of marijuana, possession of paraphernalia. The bond amount is $1,000 each. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, please.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State to the prior record.
I'm just showing a petty theft in 2018 out of New York.
Okay.
With no disposition, Your Honor.
All right. I have an address out of Bronx, New York for you. Is that where you live?
Yes.
All right. How long have you been here in Hernando?
2 weeks.
Okay. So you're here with that other chick?
Yeah,
You
that's
guys
my
came
girl.
down here together?
Yeah, that's my girl.
You have any family here? Anyone other than her aunt?
No, it's her. It's her. Her name.
So that's the address you'll be staying at if you bond out?
Yeah, 9503.
Alright, I'm going to set your bond at $2,000 each. We'll see you back to court February 1st at 9 a.m.
All right, thank you.
Mark Elliott? have your date of birth?
1575.
All right, you're here today for a domestic battery case, false imprisonment, and resisting officer without violence. I found probable cause for your arrest on each of these. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
By the public defender's office in both of your cases. And say, I just wanted to let y'all know that the warrant has the victim's name as Alexander, but the PC affidavit is Alexandra. So. All right, do you have a prior record?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm showing that he does have an open case 18 CF 2580, and his history, he has a driving license suspended 2017, adjudication of guilt out of Pasco County, a disposition guilty in 2004 for resisting arrest, disposition guilty of battery in 2004, as well as petty theft out of Hillsborough, disposition guilty for possession of a suspended driver's license, petty theft 2004, disposition guilty out of Tampa, petty theft 2002, disposition guilty Hernando County Jail for most of these petty thefts, tampering with evidence 2002, disposition guilty, forgery of a prescription 2002, disposition guilty, petty theft 2001, adjudication withheld, and then some older grand thefts from the 90s.
All right, so I'm just looking up the information about his pending charge because I didn't have that information either. So that's 2018 CF 2580. It looks like a grand theft auto in front of Judge Toner. And it looks like he bonded out on that on December 21st. And then the PC affidavit in this case has the date of January 1st. Okay, Mr. Riley, I have an address here in Knoll Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Over 30 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm an electrician.
Okay. All right, well, there's probable cause to believe that you committed another crime while you're out on bond. It looks like you were out on bond on the grand theft motor vehicle on case number 2018 CF 2580. And then the allegations that you committed another crime on January 1st. Because of that, I'm going to RCO you on the 2018 CF 2580. You're going to be held without bond on that case. And the bond amount that you posted of $2,000 is going to be forfeited. You're entitled to bond on these new charges. I'm going to set the bond at $5,000 each. And should we put this, we should put it all together, right, Senator Stoner? So that court date is set for January 16th at 8:30 in the morning. So that's where we're going to set this new case, okay? All right, someone from the PD's office will be out to see you soon. Oh, no, the resisting charge is going to be February 1st at 9 a.m. And that's also a $5,000 bond. Brandon Holland. Can I have your date of birth?
4/5/2000.
You're here today for a domestic battery charge. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
No, ma'am.
You're gonna,
I'm attorney.
who do you have?
James Brown.
Okay. Says he has an attorney. Does that mean he has a pending case too?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I don't have any of this information, so
Okay.
I guess we didn't have time to do the research on that case today. Go ahead, give me the case number.
The case number for it is 18 CF 1386, date of offense February 8th, 2000. Oh, no, that's the next court date. It's February 8th, 2019. But the case number is 18 CF 1386. And the charges are racketeering, home invasion, robbery while armed.
Do you have when he bonded out?
When he bonded out,
All right, you have Mr. Brown representing you on your other charges?
He is.
All right.
he was released on November 1st, 2018.
Okay. All right, so you're out on bond on those cases, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, you're out on bond. There's allegations that you committed another crime, probable cause to believe that you committed another crime while you're out on bond. So I'm going to RCO you on the 2018 CF 1386. You'll be held without bond on that case. You're entitled to bond on this new case. I'm going to give you a $5,000 bond. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Jonathan Holland. And
That's my father.
I understand. I know exactly who it is. I'm telling you, have no contact with your father. That's the victim of your crime. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have any contact with him whatsoever, you'll be in violation of my order and you'll be charged with another crime. Do we understand each other?
Yes, ma'am.
We currently have a court date on, you said February 8th.
So how does my bond situation work?
You're not getting out of jail. I'm revoking your bond on the case that you have pending, 2018 CF 1386, the one you have Jimmy Brown for. Your bond is being revoked on that because you committed another crime while you're out on bond. So we're going to hold you in custody until you resolve your cases, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said that case is set for February 8th.
February 8th, 2019. Yes, Your Honor, with merit.
Okay. We're going to set all of your cases on the same day on February 8th, 2019, okay? Jared Justel. Date of birth?
2/22/1989.
You're here today for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Toner on November 27th. So there's probable cause for your arrest. He wants you held no bond on that until you get back in front of him. So you're going to be held no bond. We'll see you back to court February 1st at 8:30 in the morning.
Your Honor,
Thank you.
could we just ask for a clarification of how to spell his last name?
Sure. Mr. Justel, how do you spell your last name?
JASZTAL.
Okay, thanks. Eric Latanen? Have your date of birth?
10/21/66.
All right, we've got quite a few things going on here today, so if you can be patient with me. The first thing I have is a petty theft, criminal use of personal identification, 2 counts of fraudulent use of a credit card, and forgery. That's the first case I have. For some reason, they put on here that you're not entitled to bond on that case, on the warrant, because you had pending charges at that time. That's not really a legal basis, so I don't agree with that, but I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
No, I hired a private attorney.
Who do you have?
Curtis Ryder.
Okay, I'll indicate that you have a private attorney and that you do not want the public defender's office at this time. It looks like that you were arrested in July of 2016, and you were charged with some misdemeanor cases, a petty theft and resisting a merchant, and it looks like you bonded out on those on August 2nd, 2016, but then failed to appear in court after that. And then while you were out on bond, there's probable cause to believe that in September of 2016 you committed these charges that I just went over with you: the petty theft, the fraudulent use of credit cards, forgery, and criminal use of personal identification. So you wouldn't be entitled to bond on the misdemeanor cases. But you are entitled to a bond on the new cases. So I'm going to set a bond on these. I don't have an address for you though. Are you local?
No,
Okay, where are you living?
Michigan.
Okay. Do you have any family here in Hernando?
No.
Okay. Were you arrested in Michigan and brought down here?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set the bond at $10,000 each on those. All right. And let's go over your failure to appear. The first one I have is from Judge Hisman. It's a driving on suspended driver's license. The state doesn't want to make an offer on any of these misdemeanors, do you?
Pardon me?
Hold on one second. I can knock them all out now if you want to.
90 days.
Okay. You have, it looks like 3 misdemeanors here, a driving on suspended driver's license, 2 driving on suspended driver's licenses, and a petty theft and a resisting a merchant. So you have those 4 charges. They're all misdemeanor charges. If you want to knock all those out now, they'll give you 90 days in the Hernando County Jail, and you'll just have the felony that you need to take care of. Do you want to take care of the misdemeanor cases now?
Sure.
Okay. Do you understand that by taking a plea today that you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yep.
Giving up your right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. You want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
I wonder if I should talk to my lawyer first.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Because there's probable cause to believe that you committed those new crimes while you were out on bond on these crimes, you're going to be held no bond on these. So we're going to see you back to court on these on February 1st, okay? On each of these misdemeanors.
Yep.
All right. Randall Mullins?
Did we get a felony?
Oh, his felony case, did I not give him a court date for that? The felony case was February 1st. Are you Mr. Mullins?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I have your date of birth?
1463.
All right, you're here today for a failure to appear on 2 felony cases in front of Judge Merritt, possession of controlled substance and possession of paraphernalia. Actually, that's a misdemeanor, but he has a bond fee of $7,500 and $2,500. Do you currently have the public defender's office representing you on those?
I did. I don't know if I still have it.
Okay, do you want to still have them?
Yes, please.
I'll point them on those cases. We'll keep the bonds at $7,500 and $2,500. We'll see you back to court on February 1st, okay? Yulio Rhea?
Yes, ma'am.
Date of birth, please?
33082.
You were here for 2 counts of aggravated battery and 1 count of violating an injunction for domestic violence. I found probable cause for all 3 of those. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'll point the public defender's office. State.
Sorry, Your Honor. Violation of injunction 2017 adjudication of guilt where county time was spent 45 days. Disposition guilty for a battery in 2011, 72 days in the Hernando County Jail. Disposition guilty for an aggravated battery in Hernando County in 2011. Disposition guilty for a violation of domestic violence injunction in 2010. Disposition guilty for a violation of injunction in 2008 out of Pasco County. disposition guilty for an aggravated battery with great bodily harm in Hernando County in 2007, where 241 days were spent in Hernando County Jail. Disposition guilty for disorderly conduct in 2007. And that's what I'm showing, Your Honor.
Have an address you on Glen Ivy Terrace in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
That's where I was staying.
That's where you're staying but not living?
No, that's where I was staying. I'm gonna apply for the lottery.
Okay. Is that where the victims live?
Yes, I don't use no contact with the victim.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I work for Calmaine Foods. I load and unload trucks for Publix.
Okay. I set your bond at $50,000 each.
How much?
$50,000 each. That's $150,000. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Tara Knox or Brian Gray. Don't have any contact with either one of them whatsoever. If you do, you could be charged with another crime and held without bond. I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case either one of them want to file an injunction against you. I'm also going to order that if you are able to make bond, then a GPS monitor is going to be placed on your person so you don't have any contact with the victims in this case. I'm going to see you back to court on February 1st at 9 o'clock and 4. Have a GPS order. Brian Ruth. Date of birth?
12/1/1998.
You're here today for a violation of probation. Looks like you were on probation for defrauding a pawnbroker, dealing in stolen property, and also for grand theft, or 2 counts of dealing in stolen property. So there's actually 4 counts of violation of probation here. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. There's no bond on that until you get back in front of a judge. We're going to keep you held no bond. We'll see you back on, looks like he's got a pending case set for January 22nd. So I'll see you back January 22nd at 1:15 in front of Judge Merritt, okay? All right. Jose Rosa? And every day of birth?
January 2nd, 1969.
You're here today for a domestic battery. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
No, I'm getting a lawyer.
Who do you have? Who are you going to get?
It's Chanela.
Okay. I'm not even going to try to spell that. All right, state and civil prior record.
Your Honor, I'm only showing drops charges on a Hillsborough for domestic battery by strangulation, aggravated battery on a pregnant female, and child abuse.
I have an address for you on Bay Shore Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
I just purchased a home there 7 months ago.
7 weeks ago? All right. Where did you live before that?
I used to live in Clearwater.
All right. Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a supervisor, main supervisor in community property.
I'm going to set your bond at $2,500. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Zamora Zejas Figueroa. I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case she needs to file an injunction against you. If she does file that injunction against you, you want to read it very carefully. You'll be very specific as to how many feet you need to stay away from her home or vehicle or anywhere else where she may frequent. We're going to see you back in court on February 1st at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
William Yerke. Date of birth?
01/16/93.
You're here today for a violation of probation out of Polk County. They want you held no bond until they can get you over there. We're going to keep you held no bond. They're probably going to come get you within the next 5 days. When you get over there, you can ask for a lawyer and you can ask for a court date. If for some reason they don't come get you within the next 5 days, the folks at the jail will bring you back in front of me and we'll figure out what the holdup is, okay? right.
Thank you.
Nicholas Congelero. Can I have your date of birth?
2/21/1981.
Right. You're here today for a writ of bodily attachment indicating that you have not paid your child support. In fact, indicating that you are over $25,000 in arrears on your child support, and you are supposed to be making payments on that. They have a $500 purge in order to get out of jail. So what's going on with you? Are you working?
I am working. I just recently was relocated from Springfield. I don't live there anymore, so I wasn't aware that child support was imposed. My ex was telling me that she wasn't imposing it upon me.
Well,
but I am working right now.
Okay, you were at a court hearing back in April in front of child support hearing officer? Right?
I wasn't notified about court hearing at all in April.
You didn't go to a hearing last year in front of a child support hearing officer?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. All right, well, at that hearing, that you received proper notice of, a petition for contempt and a notice of hearing was sent to you, and at that hearing, there was a determination that you had the ability to pay, that you were employed or about to be employed at the time. You're working for a lawn service company?
I am right now. I'm working for a tree and lawn service company. Does it say where this was? Because I really don't recall this.
Okay. Well, the hearing would have been in Hernando County. When did you move?
I moved about 2 years ago. Currently living in Claremont. That's where I work.
Were you in custody in the Hernando County Jail last April?
Last year, no ma'am.
No? Okay.
I was not.
Okay, so how long have you been working at the lawn service place?
I've been there for 6 months now.
Okay, and you didn't pay because the mother of your children said you didn't have to?
My ex and I had arrangements that once I became a bit more established, because she is a registered nurse, so she's financially stable. So we had good grounds and an understanding that once I became more established with my own place and stuff, that we would come to an agreement on a certain fashion of payment.
Okay, well, the Department of Revenue and Child Support Services is not party to that agreement that you made. So they're asking for a purge for you to get out of jail. Since you've been working for 6 months now, I imagine that you can come up with that $500, right?
I don't currently have any cash on me. I was arrested. I was working in Orlando, but I'm living in Claremont. So my cash that I have is in the form of a paycheck that I haven't been paid yet, but I have no way to get a hold of anybody to get it. So in order to pay, I have to be released. I don't know how else I'd be able to get the money. But I can make some of the payment. I don't know if I can make the whole $700 for $669.
What can you come up with?
I could come up with at least half of it if I have access to the cash.
Okay, so you can come up with
at least
$350.
I could come up with definitely. I could come up with 300. I maybe can do 350 if my.
So you're gonna. That's fine. I'll do $300 or 10 days jail. Okay.
So do I have to pay the money and then I get 10 days jail, or do I have to serve the 10 days and then I get out and pay?
If you pay you got the keys to the jail right now. Those keys cost you $300. If you come up with $300, you can get out of jail.
So if I can't,
and if you can't, then you do the 10 days.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a change of plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Joel Lewis?
Joel Lewis, 18 mm.
He's been sleeping against the wall this whole time?
3398. He's resolved his felony. It's a second offense, it's a petty theft.
All right. Mr. Lewis, thanks for holding up that wall throughout this whole hearing. I don't know what would have happened without you holding up that wall.
And I believe that was filed as an M2. He has 78, but if it's an M2, which is 260 time served, we'd ask to waive coin.
Okay, you ready to resolve your case today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's take care of it now and then you can get back to your wall. Do you understand that by taking care of this case today, you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Giving up the right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, giving up right to have the state prove the case against you. Do you want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today? Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. With regard to case number 2018 MM3398. Did you say that was a petty theft?
That's my understanding, it's a petty theft, Judge.
Okay.
And
How
I
do you
believe
plead?
it's an
Plead no
M2.
contest?
Yes, I plead no contest. I
Okay, I'll
believe
accept your plea of no contest. I find this freely and voluntarily entered. Adjudicate you guilty. Sentence you to 260 days in the Hernando County Jail. You will have a
60.
fine. I'm sorry, 60 days. What did I say? 260? Getting ahead of myself. 60 days in the Hernando County Jail. I'll give you credit for the 60 days that you have in. You will have fines and court costs of $670. And was there any restitution?
Yes, Your Honor, there's $14 to Walmart.
Okay, so $14 restitution to Walmart will also be assessed against you as well as the public defender fee, okay? That should clear up this case. Thank you.